Welcome back to Gossip Gallery, your go-to source for everything bold, buzzy, and a little bit scandalous in the world of Hollywood. Today, all eyes are on Kaley Cuoco, the ever-charming star of The Big Bang Theory, who sent the internet into a total meltdown with a headline-making move that fans never saw coming. Known and adored for her role as Penny, the witty, lovable neighbor with a spark in her eyes and sass in her stride, Kaley has always exuded that girl-next-door charm. But recently she's flipped the script in the most unexpected way. In a bold, unfiltered, and undeniably fierce statement, topless photos of the actress surfaced online, catching everyone off guard and instantly igniting a wildfire of reactions across social media. While some fans were stunned and critics quick to weigh in, the conversation quickly evolved beyond mere shock. People weren't just reacting to the reveal. They were talking about the confidence, the empowerment, and the unapologetic attitude that radiated from every frame. Kaley has always been more than a sitcom sweetheart, and this moment made that crystal clear. Behind the cameras, she's a woman of strength, independence, and surprising edge. These images, whether part of a daring fashion editorial, a candid behind-the-scenes shoot, or simply an unfiltered peek into her fearless side, reminded the world that she isn't afraid to push boundaries or own her story. What made the photos truly striking wasn't the lack of clothing, it was the undeniable presence she brought to them. At around 5 feet 6 inches, Kaley might not tower over her Hollywood peers, but in these shots, her energy was larger than life. She stood tall with a mix of elegance, rebellion, and quiet power, exuding the kind of confidence that made people stop scrolling and take notice. There was no sign of hesitation, no hint of insecurity. Just a woman in full control of how she presents herself and loving every second of it. The reaction? A global buzz. Some hailed her as brave and empowering, praising her for breaking free of typecasting and reclaiming her image. Others debated the intent, the taste, the timing, but no one could deny the impact. The photos sparked a massive conversation about celebrity, body image, self-expression, and the right to reinvent yourself at any moment. And if there's one thing Kaley has always been good at, it's keeping people talking. From sitcom darling to fashion-forward risk-taker, she's constantly rewritten the narrative, refusing to be boxed into any single version of herself. And this latest chapter? It's not about provocation for its own sake. It's about transformation, evolution, and the raw power of self-acceptance. For years, audiences loved her as the bubbly, beautiful Penny, but Kaley Cuoco is stepping far beyond the laugh tracks and studio lights. She's showing us all that being bold isn't just about what you wear or don't wear, but about how fearlessly you live your truth. As the buzz continues to build, one thing is certain, Kaley isn't backing down, and she's definitely not fading into the background. Whether you admire her, question her choices, or find yourself somewhere in between, you have to admit, she's unforgettable. And maybe that's the whole point. In a world where stars are often forced to play it safe, Kaley took a risk that paid off in more ways than one. She owned the moment, owned her body, and reminded everyone that sometimes shaking things up is exactly what it takes to make the world see you in a new light. The Gossip Gallery will be watching to see what she does next, but for now, we're tipping our hats to a woman who's rewriting her story, one bold move at a time.